Every day we're lucky to hear. A man who spent 18 seasons under center in the NFL and brings a unique, no-nonsense insight to the game. This week, the spotlight was on one coach who continues to fly under the radar despite turning around one of the most difficult situations in football, Sean Payton. While names like Andy Reid, Sean McVay, and the Harbaugh brothers get plenty of respect, and rightly so, Payton's accomplishments in Denver deserve a louder megaphone. He took over a Broncos team that had sacrificed 2 first-round picks for Russell Wilson and inherited arguably the worst contract in the league at the time. That was before Deshaun Watson reset the bar for bad deals. And yet, despite sharing a division with Mahomes and Reid, Herbert and Harbaugh, Payton got this team into the playoffs, with Bo Nix at quarterback. And that's no small feat. While not every great coach is gifted when it comes to talent evaluation, Payton seems to know exactly what he wants. Matt Hasselbeck pointed out that this Broncos roster is better than most realize. From the outside, Denver looks like a team with pieces still coming together. But Payton sees something different in Bo Nix, something that reminds him of Drew Brees. The traits are there: intelligence, accuracy, composure, and most of all, coachability. Add in a defense that might be the best in the NFL, a smart signing in tight end Evan Engram, and a versatile running back committee, and suddenly you've got a team built to contend. The only question? Can the receivers become more consistent? They may have overachieved last year, but if they keep trending upward, Denver could be dangerous. One reason Payton doesn't get as much love as other top-tier coaches is because of his personality. Unlike Reid, McVay, or Shanahan, who are polished and tend to say all the right things, Payton is unapologetically blunt. He speaks his mind. That's earned him both loyalty and resentment, depending on who you ask. Hasselbeck compared him to Jim Harbaugh a decade ago. Half the league couldn't stand him, and the other half absolutely revered him. That boldness might rub media types the wrong way, but inside NFL circles, his brilliance isn't questioned. When it comes to preseason preparation, not every team approaches training camp the same way. Take Kansas City, for example. With Mahomes, Kelsey, and a now experienced defense led by Steve Spagnuolo, the preseason is more about staying healthy than proving anything. But for other teams, these next few weeks matter a lot. Hasselbeck believes Detroit falls into that category. The Lions are coming off a strong year, but losing both offensive and defensive coordinators is a big deal. Add in some uncertainty along the offensive line, and they've got work to do. Even though they'll get an extra week with the Hall of Fame game, that just adds to the wear and tear. Teams like the Patriots and Steelers are also navigating transitions. New faces, new systems. Camp is essential to build rhythm and identity. This brings us to Caleb Williams, the most fascinating quarterback in this year's draft class. With someone like Jaden Daniels, the range of outcomes is narrower. He's either going to be good or he's going to be great. Bo Nix? Same story. Solid floor, potential ceiling. But Caleb? His range is wide. He could be a superstar, or it might not work at all. His film shows habits that need fixing, holding onto the ball too long, missing easy throws. But are they coachable? Hasselbeck says yes. Look at Josh Allen. Look at Lamar Jackson. Both had early struggles in critical areas but turned them into strengths. The Bears have surrounded Caleb with talent. GM Ryan Poles did his job. Now the onus is on Caleb to live up to that #1 pick status. And fair or not, if guys like Daniels, Nix, McCarthy, or even Penix start hot, the pressure on Caleb is going to mount quickly. There's also been some quiet speculation about a potential return to coaching for Nick Saban, but don't expect him to go back to college. Between NIL money demands, staff buyouts, and massive salaries, it would take $100 million just to bring him back. Only schools like Texas or Oregon with deep donor pools could even consider it. If Saban does come back, it'll likely be to the NFL, and Hasselbeck thinks it could work this time. The league is younger than ever. Most rosters are filled with guys in their first few seasons, a group Saban knows better than anyone. He'd command instant respect. The challenge? He won't have a talent advantage every week like he did at Alabama, And navigating the ego and leverage of a franchise quarterback is a very different task than coaching college kids. But if he gets the right situation with the right staff, it could be special. Then there's Aaron Rodgers, heading into the season at age 41. Hasselbeck reflected on what it was like being the old guy in camp. Perks included the little things, like having your own bed, or in his case, 2 twin beds pushed together next to Vinatieri. But more importantly, training camp has evolved. With today's CBA, there are no more 2-a-days, fewer throws. For a veteran quarterback, that's manageable. Rodgers can still make every throw. He'll probably still be able to do that at 50. What's changed is his mobility. He's not as quick or elusive as he used to be, so his game will need to shift. Less about creating outside the pocket, more about reading defenses and letting it rip. Tom Brady mastered that evolution. Rodgers is smart enough to do the same, but he'll need to flip that mental switch. Finally, let's talk about the most overlooked number 1 pick in recent memory, Cam Ward. Hasselbeck, who lives in Nashville, says the buzz around the Titans is practically non-existent. Tennessee is a football-crazy state, sure, but it's mostly high school ball on Fridays and SEC football on Saturdays. By Sunday, most people are either at church or casually flipping on a Titans game. The franchise just doesn't command national attention. And Ward, he's stuck in that anonymity. But that might not be a bad thing. As Hasselbeck put it, teams like the Titans are in the NFL's version of witness protection. You can make mistakes as a rookie and not become a meme. He even remembered a top draft pick who once called timeout before his first snap, and no one cared. Try doing that for the Jets or Cowboys, and see what happens. The reality is, being under the radar can actually help a young QB grow. And from what Hasselbeck is hearing locally, the Titans are excited about Ward's potential. So while the headlines go to the usual suspects, Mahomes, Rodgers, McVay, the Cowboys, keep an eye on Denver. Don't forget about Caleb's pressure-packed rookie year, and definitely don't sleep on Cam Ward. The quarterbacks may be young, but the storylines are heating up fast. And Matt Hasselbeck's perspective reminds us why every detail matters.